Hi, Bill here. This video is about this little chap here, this Nelko P21 label printer, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. In a video earlier that I recorded, you seen me maybe making up a little label, and people were asking about the label printer, and I did say I was going to make a video about it. So this is a video about this little label maker, and it's also about the system I'm using, or just started to use, but it's been a long time coming, to label all my trees. So let's start with the labelling system first. So the system that I've actually came up with, this numbering system I've actually came up with, is it's just my idea. It's maybe someone else has got a completely different system that works for them. This works for me, based on all the information that I need. And the system that I've come up with, and I'll actually show you here on my tablet. So what I'm actually going to do is, on my tablet, it's down here, I'm going to start recording the screen. So let me get the screen recorder on. And what I'll do is, I'll move over a bit, and I'll put the video over here. Right, so as you can see here, I created this little simple sheet on Google spreadsheets. It's online Google Sheets. If you have a Google account, you can use these Google Docs, Google Sheets and stuff like that. But I made this simple sheet up with numbers, with the headings, number, I'll bring it in a bit, number, species, common name and description. So the number here, and I've got some examples in for 4 print labels that I want to print. But what I have been doing is, before over here on a piece of paper, I've actually been writing them all down on a piece of paper. So I printed out this blank page, and then that you see in the screen here, but it's something that's filled in. And so I printed this page out, and by pen and by hand I've been writing in the numbers and the names of the things that I want on the labels. Now the numbering system, as you can see here, I'll zoom in, is, so for example, this Acer Campestre, this field maple at the top there, it's got 230501, and as you can see it sequences down 230502, 230503, 230504. Right, so the 23, first part of it is a year. So let's go to maybe a sheet here, a notes. Should be still recording. So the first part is 2023. So I take 23 because I want to know what year I bought in. Then it was like May, which is 05. So it's 2305. So I know that I purchased, or I received these plants in May of 2023. Now I don't need the date, I don't need the exact date, I just need the month and the year for my personal record. And then the 01, the 02, the 03, the 04, etc, 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 that is the number of plants that I've bought in that month, in that particular year. So I've actually bought 4 that month. Okay, so I've got 01, 02, 03 and 04. So field maple, field maple, field maple and hazel it was. That's what happened, that's what got delivered to me at that time. So back to the sheets. So as you can see, 2305 in there, 230501 is a field maple. 230502 is another field maple. 230503 is another field maple, and 230504 will be a common hazel. Now, so that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm recording my plants, when I got them, and the sequence in that month, in that particular month, and that gives it a unique number. The only time we don't give it a unique number is, so for example, back to this sheet again. So let's say I take cuttings. So I've take Chinese cuttings. And let's say I did that 24/11, right? So it's 24 November, November 24. So what, and which, that's exactly what I have done, by the way. I did take Chinese elm cuttings in 2024, but I'm not going to label individual cuttings. So I'm going to put 00. And that's just how I do it. So it's 24/11/00. And then, and that gives me a wee bunch of cuttings. So this tray full of cuttings, this little pot full of cuttings, for example, they're actually in a fish tank. Have you seen that video? When these individual cuttings get potted out into their own little pots, then that will be 24/11/01/02/03, you know, and so on and so on. So that's how I'm planning to number them. And obviously I can take a photo of each of these and add them to my spreadsheet if I really wanted to. If I wanted to go down that route, I could actually take photos of everything individually and add them to that spreadsheet and link the photos to, like, say, the photos that's in within my Google account. So I think that's what I've been doing with the labels. So let's cut over to the labeler now. So I need to make a label for these field maples, and this is the app here on my phone. What's it called? It's called the Nelko. This is the Nelko printer, P21 printer. That's it there. And this is the software on my phone. I'll show you that in a wee bit more. The USB-C charging port. The power button right there, which turns green when it's on and turns blue when it's connected via Bluetooth to your phone. This is a little cutter for when the labels come out of this little slot here. You just push that up, it cuts the label off. And this is a little strap for carrying it. This button here just releases the lid and you put like a little roll. So let's have a look at that just now. So that's it there. And inside there, I've been using the labels, so I don't know how much labels I've got. So that's a little roll of labels. The labels themselves are 14 millimeters deep, up and down, height, by 40 millimeters long. So I'll just put them back in this little slot here and run it along to there. Probably guess roughly. And I'll turn it on and hopefully it'll auto correct it'll find a wee gap between the labels, hopefully. Press and hold that. Turns green. Right, so it didn't quite do that, what I was thinking it was going to do. But I'll do it when I pair it. So now what I need to do is come into my app on my phone. Now I've got my print history here. Okay. You can see some of the labels that are printed already there. So I'll just go to my print history. And there's the last one. There was the Fuji Cherry. Okay. 24/01/12. Record the screen now and I'll put that over here, right? Right, so I'm recording my screen now. You should be able to see that on the picture here in the video. So you can sort of, with your fingers in and out, pinching your fingers in and out, you can like zoom in and out. So what I'm going to do is edit this text. Now this label, how this label looks is I've made this template up myself. It comes with set templates. Let's just exit that, go to templates. So you get all these different templates and blah blah blah, but you just pick one, delete everything on it, and then just start your own. So I'll go to this Fuji Cherry one and I'll tap that number because I want to edit the number. Double tap it, I should say. Now the number I want, I've already got it written down here. It's 230501. 230501. Okay, and confirm. Now, you can resize it and what have you, and you'll see that there's like a pale grey borderline, so you want to keep it within that, otherwise it'll get cut off. And it's a field maple. Field maple, okay, and that's it's a I'm going to get this spell wrong, aren't I? Acer campestri, C-A-M, oh I misspelled, I mistyped there, campestri. Right, so there you go, not bad. Close but no cigar. Now I can make that a little bit bigger by pressing the down in the bottom half of the screen here. You can see the font size and stuff like that, so I'll just make that a wee bit bigger. And there's a name. So now I can print that label out, stick it to one of these little plastic plant labelling cards, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll go to print. Now over here you can see that the light is still green, so it's not Bluetooth to my phone yet, okay? And then when I try to print it, it'll say connect. Okay, so it's trying to connect, click to connect. Now the wee light is blue, you can see the wee light is blue. And now I'll hit print. So it might not work because the label might not be properly aligned, but it will align. Maybe not for the first one, but for the second one. Right, so the first one was a bit of a failure. So I'll print that again. And there we have it. So the first one, it was looking for this little gap between the labels so it can line up the labels. It's happened to me before, so it kind of missed the first one. But once it gets the second one, it's bang on from then on. So now I just need to cut this label off, pressing this little, sliding that thing up and cutting the label off. Peel the label off with you need a wee bit in here. It's easy if you fold it. So if you put like a extreme fold in that, the label kind of starts peeling off. You just peel it away. Pick up one of these that I got from Amazon. They're rough on one side and smooth on the other side, but I put it on the smooth side because then in my head it's a tighter fit, less chance of things getting in between and it's a bit squint. It's a bit squint, but there, that's what I do. That's how I make my labels. Then I will just pop that in the field maple I have sitting right there. Okay, and I've got 3 more field maples to do, and that hazel. So I'm not saying my system's perfect, but it suits my needs. And perhaps you can come up with a different system yourself, one that works for you. Maybe a lot of people have done already. But this, I just like the way that how the labels look. The numbering system, it just suits me. I can tell what year I got the plant, what month I got the plant, and even the numbering sequence. So, you know. And then I can actually put that into a spreadsheet and then attach a photo to that, and so I can see if I really wanted to. If I want to go down that, it's more work that way. But some people like to do these things, and I'm still deciding whether I want to go as far as that. But the option for me to do that is there, because once they've all got a unique number apart from seeds and cuttings, but once they're being potted out, then they'll get their own unique number. And then you can connect a photograph to that number. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. So that's it there, the wee Nelko P21 printer, and it's the 40 by 14mm labels, and that's how I do my labels. Thanks very much, guys. Bye now.